Hi everyone, welcome to today's Dracula Daily with a double feature. After we have heard what happened to Lucy and the three suitors and the three proposals she got, today we will hear from the two, let's say, losers of that. Starting with Dr. Seward's diary, but also a letter from Quincy Morris. So let's dive in, having an introduction to two new people, which is really, really exciting, even if we all worry about Jonathan very, very much. But here we go. May 25th, Dr. Seward's diary. Appetite and appetite today. Cannot eat, cannot rest, so diary instead. Since my rebuff of yesterday, I have a sort of empty feeling. Nothing in the world seems of sufficient importance to be worth the doing. As I knew that the only cure for this sort of thing was work, I went down amongst the patients. I picked out one who has afforded me a study of much interest. He is so quaint that I'm determined to understand him as well as I can. Today it seemed to get nearer than ever before the heart of his mystery. I questioned him more fully than I have ever done, with a view to making myself masters of the facts of his hallucination. In my manner of doing it, there was, I now see, something of cruelty. It seemed to wish to keep him to the point of his madness, a thing which I avoid with the patience, as I would the mouth of hell. Note, under what circumstances would I not avoid the pit of hell? Omnia Romae Venalia sunt. Hell has its price. If there be anything behind this instinct, it will be valuable to trace it afterwards accurately, so I be better commenced to do so. Therefore, R. M. Renfield. Sanguine temperament, great physical strength, morbidly excitable, periods of gloom, ending in some fixed idea which I cannot make out. I presume that the sanguine temperament itself and the disturbing influence end in a mentally accomplished finish. A possibly dangerous man, probably dangerous if unselfish. In selfish men, caution is as secure an armor for their foes as for themselves. What I think of on this point is, when self is the fixed point, the centripetal force is balanced with the centrifugal. When duty, a cause, etc. is the fixed point, the latter force is paramount, and only accident or series of accidents can balance it. Welcome to Victorian age medicine that is questionable in so many ways, unfortunately. And we will hear a lot more of Seward's very absolutely weird way of dealing with his patients. But something I can explain, when he talked about sanguine temperaments, he's talking about the four temperaments, which is a very old belief, that you have four liquids in your system: blood, bile. Oh my god. See, this is when you do this unprepared. But it's sanguine for blood, phlegmatism, bile is the yellow one, and then you have I think it's just black bile. But yeah, if one of them is out of the balance, you start to behave melancholically or very angrily, or very, very depressed, etc. It's bullshit. It's not a real thing, but we will come back to that. But like I said, we have a double feature today, so let's continue with the letter of Quincy P. Morris to Arthur Homewood. My dear Art, we've told yarns by the campfire in the prairies and dressed one another's wounds after trying a landing at the Marquesas and drunk health on the shore of Titicaca. There are more yarns to be told, and other wounds to be healed, and other health to be drunk. Won't you let this be at my campfire tomorrow night, I have no hesitation in asking you, as I know a certain lady is engaged to a certain dinner party and that you are free. There will be only one other, our old pal at the Korea, Jack Seward. He's coming too, and we both want to mingle our weeps over a wine cup and drink a health with all our hearts to the happiest man in all the wide world, who has won the noblest heart that God has made and the best worth winning. We promise you a hearty welcome and a loving greeting, and a health as true as your own right hand. We shall both swear to leave you at home if you drink too deep to a certain pair of eyes. Come, yours ever and always, Quincy P. Morris. I already said it last time. I already said it last time that I love those three guys who are friends, who were friends before that, who knew each other, who have history, who have deep affection and love for each other. And that Quincy is like, okay, dude, you won, and we will still sit together and we will still drink. And Seward and I will probably whine a bit, but that's kind of it. And I like that. I like that very, very much. So yeah, I can't wait to go through all of the happenings of that silly little friend group. That being said, I will see you tomorrow for probably the shortest episode that will ever happen. See you.